laptop. 1 second, let me get my laptop. I'll check out my t-shirt, part of my haul. But let me get my laptop because then I can look at the comments properly. 1 second. It's only here. Never quite fully prepared. I can see Sal's here, Scott's here, Rich is here. Hello everyone. And if I haven't mentioned you, it's because I can't see your comments yet. Just bear with while I load up the old video. And experiencing friendships with Amina. Hi Amina, she says happy birthday. Kareen's here. Hi Kareen, she says hi there. Just pressing start on the old video. John's here. Hi John. Right, okay, video's up already. And let's make sure I've got the right chat loaded. Live chat, here we go. And I'm just going to quickly check your comments now. Oh wow, loads of comments. Drill bit, are you having a bleeding laugh? Do you think we all have the luxury to lie in until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? What does that mean? Because you're on a completely different time frame, aren't you? So I'm sure there's a reason for that. Rich says happy birthday, as does JC Russell. Thank you guys. And Chris is here. Sweetie looks pleased with her haul. Sweetie's very pleased with her haul. She's literally just come over. She's just down there, but I won't pick her up because that annoys her. So we've got, as I said, we've got Scott here, John, Amina. Amina says, anyone interested? My frags arrived to Texas safely. So relieved. So Amina's moved from Scotland to Texas, and I'm very pleased for you, Amina. That must have been very worrying to have them move that far. That's amazing, actually, really, that they all survived. So Sal's here, and Tracy's here. Tracy says hello, comfort incense. Kareen, we've got Lily. Lily's out and about, try and join later. Hi Lily. Right then, nice t-shirt. Yes, so this is going to be, I'm going to start with an unboxing, and that's going to be the perfume that I bought myself for my birthday. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit, maybe turn up the light a little bit. Oh, hang on, I accidentally just moved stuff. Turn up the light a little bit. There we go. Oh, yes, so this t-shirt is part of the haul, which I'll come back to in a second. So we're going to do the unboxing first of the fragrance that I bought myself for my birthday. I'm going to show you some other bits and pieces that I bought myself, kind of like for my birthday, but you know, I might have just been using that as an excuse, and I probably would have bought them anyway. But do let me know what your scent of the night is. I will tell you what mine is later because it is part of this haul, part of this video, so I'm going to reveal that later on. I've got a couple of samples as well that are part of this kind of like haul thing. So I'm going to talk about the samples that I've tried on skin today. So let me know what your scent of the night is. What is your drink of the night? Here's my drink. And it's lovely. So what it is Bloom Gin. I forgot I bought this. So because I decorate my fireplace with gin bottles, and usually most of them are empty, but I forgot that because this one's so tall, it doesn't go where my other full gin bottles go because it's so long. It's like skinny and long. Let me know what you think about that. And so because it won't go up on the shelf with my other gin bottles, it ended up in the fireplace, and I forgot that I had a full bottle of Bloom Gin, which is it's turning out to be one of my favourites at the moment. Still early on in my gin journey though. Gin journey. So I've got that with some Slimline tonic, and I don't really care what Slimline tonic I get. I usually just get the cheapest. Happened to be in a Waitrose, so getting a little bit bougie, but it's Waitrose own sugar-free Indian tonic. Let's have a quick check up on your comments. I've left you on the floor. Oh, Brian, at what age did you start aging backwards? Hashtag bring your own beans. Thank you very much, Brian. That's really generous of you. Thank you. I don't think I'm aging backwards, but I'll take that. Right, let's have a little check then. Who's here? Who have we got? Right, there we are. So, everyone's pleased for Amina for her successful move of her fragrances. And Tara says the shirt looks great, Claire. Thank you, Tara. Jon Snow's got Vicks and whiskey. Oh, John, have you got a cold? You sure it's just a cold? Amina says it's 3:40 p.m. Still wearing Mulla Mulla as my scent of the day. Drinking water because it's hot AF. Sal is wearing Mon Galant. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I still need, does anyone have experience with the difference between Mon Galant EDT and EDP? My friend was wearing Mon Galant the other day and I thought it was the EDP, but I smelled a beautiful Parma Violet note on her. But she said, because she's just had a baby, she said since she's had the baby, or I don't know if she meant also being pregnant, but she thinks that she's getting a lot of compliments on all her perfumes and she thinks her hormones are doing something. So it might be that, but it smells nothing like that on me like it did on my friend. So, but then I started to wonder, is maybe she had the EDT, which has got a violet note listed. So if anyone knows anything about that, let me know. I'm going to try and find some EDT just to check, but I did try the EDP on skin that in a shop the other day and it definitely doesn't go violety on me at all, at all. Right, Chris is here. Hey Chris. Viking Jesus is in the house. And Rich Mitch is wearing vintage Kuros. Water is his drink of the night. He's on the gabapentin and naproxen. Feel pretty great in all honesty. Well, I'm glad you're feeling all right. Sorry that you have to be on meds. And right, Lizzie's here. Hi Lizzie. She says, nice t-shirt. Yeah. Quick check. Rich Mitch says Scentland has corona. Yeah, Chris from Scentland's done a video. He has got the dreaded disease, unfortunately. He seemed okay though, so fingers crossed it doesn't affect him too harshly. And John says no C word here, Claire. Worse, it's man flu. Oh dear. Oh dear. And Brian says, still no vaccine for man flu, it's a disgrace. And Sal says, oh, I can do a video on that if you like, Claire. Oh, brilliant, yes, I'd love that. Thank you, Sal. I remember I did ask you about a violet note in the EDT, and I think you said you didn't find it particularly noticeable, but I would love that, a video on the differences, because they are different. They're different notes, aren't they, for the EDP versus EDT of Mon Galant. And the EDT is discontinued, says Karine. I heard that, yeah. I've been looking at it on eBay. I feel like I should probably try and smell it first. Because I could just ask my friend if it was the EDT or the EDP she was wearing. I think it was the EDP and it's a skin chemistry thing. Okay, quick swig and then we're going to start unboxing. If you haven't shared your scent of the night already, do so now. Also let me know if you've got a snack and if you have a drink. I would like to know what it is, as usual. I haven't reiterated health and safety lately, have I? If you are watching this video but you haven't said hello in any way, shape or form, or you haven't given us some kind of sign that you're here, we just need to know that you're here, and that means that we know that you are here should there be an emergency. I can make sure that I point you in the right direction to the emergency exits and sign you on the register, etc, etc. So if you're here, you're watching all shyly and quietly, then just give us a little emoji. It doesn't matter which one. In fact, you could, let's pick I'm kind of fond of the fruit and veg ones, so send us a little fruit or veg emoji just to let us know you're watching. Health and safety compliant here. It's a government requirement. And you lot are talking very fast. It's going to be tough for me to keep up. So, Sal says they're quite different actually. Happy to do a comparison. That would be awesome if you can, Sal. Brilliant. Chris says looking forward to the goodies you have to show us. Yes, I'm going to get unboxing in just a second. And Karine is wearing Siberian Rose by Fragrance Du Bois. I remember Karine saying she was thinking about buying it, and I think within moments of her posting the video she had probably ordered it. Sounds lovely. Rich says they got 3 perfumes this week. Queer Cuba by Nicolai, overrated. Aqua Fahrenheit and 450 mils of Patchouli Imperial. Rich Mitch, are you going to wear that much fragrance? One smell, should I say? How's your cakes going? Lizzie says John. Lizzie's busy making cakes. It's a business that she does, cake making. Makes beautiful, beautiful cakes as part of her many fingers in many cakes. Brian says if you don't like the video, Sweetie will come for your throat. She will. She's an aggressive little mofo, that one. Dan Spanos is here. He says happy birthday. Okay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dan. No, hello, Dan. Thanks for that. And Tara still has to run errands of just water. Sarah, second scent of the day is Galant Spiritueux Double Vanille. Oh, beautiful. Mr. Smelly's here. Hi, Dan. Nice to see you. And Andreas is here. Scent of the day was Oud Satin Mood, which made me realise that me and Oud really don't seem to work together. Yeah, I can totally get that. I'm the same. Jon Snow's wearing Guten Abend. Oh no, Jon Snow's talking in a foreign language to Andreas. Oh God, you're talking so quickly. Sorry, I'm going to miss some comments here. Amina says, who the fuck disliked this video? Oh, come on, it doesn't matter. Jock and team, happy birthday, Claire. Wishing you many, many more frequent years. Thank you very much. And Dan's birthday is next month. I was just early, Dan. I was being premature. And Brian says, Amina, it might have been one of my cats. When I went to the bathroom, they don't like competition. Right. Okay. I think I'm caught up mostly. I'm sorry if I've missed a few comments, but otherwise we're never going to get anywhere unless I just get on with this. So we've got an unboxing, and I'm going to do that new. That means I put the laptop down and can't see the comments. And so, you know my history with unboxings. Sometimes there's an injury. So let's hope this time there's not an injury. But I mean, you know, the person that disliked this video is maybe hoping and praying there is an injury. So I'm trying not to show you the address here, because maybe that person that disliked the video wants to come and ensure that I have an injury. But here we go. Here's my box. This is a fragrance that I have bought for myself, and I'm kind of saying it's for my birthday. If you want to guess what it is, go ahead. Some of you might know I have admitted to purchasing this in a couple of places online, so some of you may well know exactly what this is. We now have some, you can drop the scissors, there's no injuries at the moment. Drop the scissors. If anyone wants to have a guess, speaketh now or forever holdeth thy peace. We are getting there. There we are. Just going to check your comments to see if there's any guesses. Don't look like there's any guesses. Does one person want to take a guess before I pull this out of the box? I'm going to have a little sip of my drink. If one person wants to have a guess. Right, here's the box. Give you a little glimpse, a little glimpse, a little glimpse. Rich Mitch says, watch her get a paper cut after successfully negotiating the box. Yeah, anything's possible. I might spray the perfume in my eyeball and go blind. That's another option. Right, show the label, says Amina. Right, I've got the bottom of the box here, so, but you can also see some sort of, oh, what can you see here? Any guesses? Any guesses? So Scott says Gallivant, Brian says Byredo, Karine says Gallivant, Sal says Gallivant. Right, you've got Gallivant, so you now just have to get the perfume. Anyone want to guess on the perfume? It is a Gallivant fragrance. Rich Mitch, yes, I am showing a bottom. There's the bottom. Who wants to guess what fragrance it is? Amina says the new one. Yes, that's right. And Brian says Bukhara. Yes, that's the one. Tracy says Brooklyn. No, it's the new one. It's Bukhara. Nick, the owner and creative director of the company, sent me a sample, and I just loved it. It's so interesting. It's so different, and I had to order a box. When he sent the sample out, he also sent, oh no, actually, I think he sent me a couple of samples before, and he's got these lovely bags, Gallivant tote bags. So really nice little shoppers. If you just want to get a couple of bits from the shop, you can bring it back in a Gallivant bag, which is rather cool. And he sent a little card. It says, hello Claire, dreaming of Bukhara. So Nick had a wonderful time in this place called Bukhara, which is in, oh God, I'm going to forget the name of the country now. It has something Istan. Tell me the country. I can't remember the country that Bukhara's in, but here is Uzbekistan. Yes, thank you, Brian. Uzbekistan. Here's the bottle. So you got some stuff on the back. Actually, you've got a map on the front there, which is really nice, which I'm assuming is relevant to Bukhara. On the back it says, a fairy tale Uzbek city on the Silk Road, desert earth, an oasis, chalky white city walls, minarets and turquoise tiles. Fruits, oh bless me, fruits and spices, sophistication and adventure, a journey into Central Asia. And here we have how the bottles are, 30 millilitres, eau de parfum. All of their perfumes are 30 mils, which I think is perfect for us frag heads, and of course perfect for travellers, anyone who likes to travel with their perfumes. 30 mils is perfect. And what I really like, sometimes I like to go away and try and make a scent memory by using minimal, I mean I can't do it all the time because sometimes I take loads of perfumes to try and do videos and stuff, but sometimes I like to just take a minimal amount of perfume and try and wear the same thing all the time on that holiday, and then you get this great memory attached to it. And if you're not someone who likes to have loads and loads of perfume, you could just take the one travel size 30 ml and create that scent memory. So here it is. So it comes in an outer sleeve with that map on the front there. And there it is. Sits in a nice little box. You could always store your perfume in the box. I think it looks great. If you're not one to store your perfume in the box, the bottle itself is simplistic, elegant, beautiful. It's like a rose gold Gallivant on the front there, and it just says Bukhara Eau de Parfum. Very, very simplistic, nice, easy to hold, tight fitting lid. Comment if you like a tight fit. not magnetic, tight fitting. And I'm going to spray it. I've got so much perfume on already, but we're going to spray it up here. And I am going to be doing a full review of this perfume because I love it and I want to talk about it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience with it so far from the sample. I've worn it quite a few times because obviously I really loved it. Even took it away for my little break that I've just been on and wore it a couple of times. And I said to Nick when we were chatting, when I was saying how much I loved it, that it reminds me of silk. And I said it before when I unboxed it, that it reminds me of a silk coat that I had years ago. And Nick said, Nick said, yes, he's glad I picked up on the silk. It is actually sort of meant to be there. It's a silky note. Because of course it's a silk road, and I really do get this beautiful silk notes right from the offset, right from the start. Let me just check your comments. Right. Brian says, Nick sent me a surprise package today, now I'm impatient. Lizzie says, sorry if I'm in and out. Is this the new Gallivant? Yes, it is, Lizzie, if you're still here. And Amina says, nice. For when you're gallivanting around, says Brian. Well, exactly, that's the whole point of the name of the company, because it's all about gallivanting, because Nick Stewart loves travel. He's travelled extensively, that's his passion. He loves travel, he loves perfume, he puts the two together. Perfect, in my opinion. They're my top two favourite things in the world, so, well, and animals. And, oh, Eugene's here. Hi, Eugene. Claire, looking dashing as always. Thanks, Eugene. I've got my special Smurfy t-shirt on. I'll show you. Amina says, I need to see if it's available in the US. And Karine says, I'd love to try that brand. Haven't tried Gallivant yet. Definitely do give them a go. Really, really fantastic house. Fantastic indie brand. This perfume is by the perfumer Ralph Schwager. I think it's Schwager. And because I love the perfume so much, I'm sort of starting to look into his other fragrances. And he did Lipstick Rose for Frederic Malle, which you may well be familiar with. So a very, very, very nice, clever perfumer in my opinion. Mr. Smelly says, this Gallivant is my favourite so far, because you really like your iris notes, Dan, so that makes sense to me. It's mine too. Then Brooklyn is a close-ish second, but to me this has a unique quality to it, whereas Brooklyn, I love it, but it's not as unique because there are other things out there that do similar things to Brooklyn. This is a really beautiful take on an iris and musk concoction with a bit of a spicy element, but the spices are so mellow and smooth and downplayed that you might not even pick up on them. Brian says, the only thing I dislike about Gallivant, why don't the caps click on, especially when they're meant to be travelled with? Okay, well, I don't know, it was, as I said earlier, quite a tight fit, so it seemed okay to me. Can't pick up his LA from the cap. Okay, maybe they loosen up over time. I hadn't really noticed. Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie. Karine says, I don't like crappy caps. Tracy says Istanbul was her favourite. Not tried the new one, but seen them popping up. Tara has to pop out and catch the rest in the replay. Happy birthday. But thank you, Tara, again. And we've got talk and reviews here. I assume that's Nick. Hi, Nick. Tony says, did anyone get any green from Bukhara? A little bit, but in a very mellow way. Maybe it's just the green spices. I think it's cardamom in there, I think. But not like a grass or leaves kind of green for me anyway. I find the concoction is extremely mellow. There's nothing sharp at all. Just quickly scrolling through. Sorry, it takes me a little while to scroll through your comments. I wish I could talk and read, but I can't. Tony gets something leafy in there. Okay. And Jackie says, sounds fantastic. I love carrot, Oris, benzoin, my kind of notes. Yeah, I think you'll probably like it. It's not a safe blind buy, this one, because it's very unusual. It's not like it's not a perfumey perfume. To me, it's very musky. It's very clean musky and irisy. More than anything else, it's a musk and iris scent with the hint of sweetness that comes through, and then the sweetness. The thing for me so far, the sweetness slightly amps up, but not a lot, and then it slightly ramps down again. So you just get this little tiny bit of sweetness. And I don't know if there's vanilla in here, but there is an amber note, and an amber note would usually include vanilla to create the amber note. So I think that there is a touch of vanilla in here, but this is not an ambery fragrance either. At no point does it feel ambery. It just gets this depth, this little sweetness, this little ramp of sweetness, which is really lovely. It's a very mysterious fragrance. It's one of those je ne sais quoi, your skin but better kind of things. I love it. It's just really unusual, and I love unusual. I don't love everything unusual, of course, because some things can just be out and out weird. This is unusual in a wearable way for me. It's a very smooth and creamy, not too powdery, musky, lotion-like scent. Love it, but it's not boring. Sometimes those kind of scents can be boring. Like for me, for example, Tente de Neige, which I think is beautiful. Villarensi's Tente de Neige, but for me, I would get a bit bored of it after a little while. But this never bores me. So yeah, excited to have Bukhara. Really excited, and it's made me look up the city. I really want to visit. It looks stunning. It's got history that goes back millions of years. That's not quite correct, but the history goes back so far. All these buildings that are still standing that were built absolutely ages ago. It's crazy. Jackie says, I like musky too. Is it kind of suede? Yes, it is a tiny bit suede. Suede, think about suede, think about silk, mix it all together, that kind of thing. Yeah, soft leathery. It's never ever goes leather. It just errs towards suede, but it's more silk than suede, but it could go touch suede like. And Tony says it's still got that Gallivant DNA fizzy powdery sweetness. I don't really get fizz from it myself. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I think there's a tiny touch of a citrus, maybe a bergamot or something, just in the top that gives it a bit of a fizz maybe. And Jackie says I love the customer service from Nick at Gallivant. He actually sent me emails tracking my overseas tester set. I was really impressed. And okay, right, I'm going to keep this moving, so quick swig. If you have tried Gallivant, let us know what your favourites are so far. And Gallivant, by the way, do a discovery set. I think Brian might have just mentioned it, or yes, that's it. Brian just mentioned it, but Gallivant do a discovery set. You can try all their fragrances, and then you get, I'm not sure if it's the price of the discovery set or £25, or may well be the same thing, off a full bottle purchase. So it's almost like it didn't cost you anything to test and get all the samples, which I think is amazing, and it's a brilliant idea. I wish more companies did it. Probably there's a risk and maybe a loss factor in that, which is why not everyone does it. But Gallivant do. It's an amazing chance to try And if you're already thinking you like the sound of several of their perfumes, then it's pretty much risk free because you still get to try everything. And if you don't want to buy a bottle, the cost of the discovery set's not that expensive anyway. So I love that. Love that. Andrea's favourite Gallivant is London. It really stood out for me. It's a beautiful rose leather combination, isn't it, with some greenery. And Lizzie says Berlin is still my favourite. I really loved it during the heat. John Snow says I'm not allowed to mention LA, but not in top 3. Okay. Right. Quick mention. So we're talking about birthday fragrances. I'm just gonna. You've seen this before. I've talked about it before, but I classed this as a birthday present to myself, even though I purchased it quite a while ago, a long time prior to my birthday. Actually, I think I waited till payday in August, because I get paid in the middle of the month, so I waited till payday in August, and then I purchased Embers by TRNP, Tierney Reinthal, and so this was definitely a birthday present to myself, and it's my favourite fragrance in the world ever. Took this on my little trip away to Bath as well, and wore it a couple of nights, I wore it a couple of times. I was only away for 2 nights. It's a really beautiful sort of cherry. It's not supposed to be cherry, by the way, but it's this most beautiful vanilla that comes off like cherries. It feels like it's tonkery to a degree, but there's no tonker in here. There's sandalwood, and it gets really, really creamy, and I keep noticing different facets. It goes a little bit caramelly, goes a little toffee, can go a little honeycomb. It's absolutely beautiful. I totally love it. And that is the, probably, I would call that the main present that I bought for myself. Embers, if you haven't tried Tierney Reinfeld, they are based in Australia, and they make everything with naturals, no synthetics at all, and everything I've tried so far has been stellar. It's spoiled me rotten for anything else. I can't help now but feel like nothing really quite meets my expectations anymore. But this is, out of everything I've tried ever, my favourite fragrance. Love it. So that's a really special birthday present to myself that I am loving. And Tierney is working on a new batch because she ran out of the vanilla beans from Papua New Guinea that were in that batch, so she's now working on another batch. And she said when she posted something on Instagram, and I asked her, is there still that lovely cherry nuance? She said yes, there is. So I'm not too scared now. I was wanting to get a backup bottle from that particular batch. Now I'm not so afraid, and I might just wait until I'm nearly run out before I buy another bottle, but who knows, who knows. Lizzie, can't wait to have a Tierney Reinfeld. Yeah, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Cherie's here. She says they are so good, Lizzie. Cherie, I'd love to see you do some review. Your reviews are awesome, by the way. I just watched the one on the Dior, oh, what's it called? With the purple liquid. I've forgotten what it's called. Or is it Lancome? Yeah, it's a Lancome, isn't it? Anyway, I just watched Cherie's latest video review, and if you're not already following the Top Note, go and check her out. She does really lovely videos, really detailed reviews on perfumes. And Cherie, I'd love to see some more on your Tierney Reinfeld fragrances. That would be awesome. And Jackie says, oh my god, I'm dying to try it with that description. Honeycomb, cherry, toffee, yum. Yeah, but the thing is, if you just said that, you could think, oh, it's going to be really thick and heavy and linear, like so many gourmand fragrances. If you say, oh, it smells of cherry, toffee, caramel, vanilla, I would be a bit put off, like, well, what balance is it? But this fragrance isn't thick and heavy and linear like a lot of gourmands, because it's obviously it's made with naturals which will naturally change as they develop on your skin, and it does feel like it's balanced, like it's not too sweet. It's obviously got this beautiful creamy sandalwood. It's stunning, but it's not too thick, or it's not what you expect. And of course there's nothing synthetic, so it doesn't smell synthetic. Hypnose, yes. Thank you, Corinne. Cherie did a review on Hypnose, which was brilliant. Andrea says, sometimes I wish I wasn't living in Austria, but in Australia. A slight difference. There's Austria, Australia. Well, it's only one syllable difference. Jackie, haven't been to Australia yet, but it's on my bucket list post-COVID. I've not made it to Australia either. Very curious to get that far away. Like, that's about as far away from here as you can get. Lizzie says, Cherie's channel is beautiful, the top note, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Go check out the top note. Really excellent reviews, very calm and thorough. That's what we like, thorough. Cherie says, I'm scared to review Tierney Reinfeldt. I haven't found the right words yet. I can understand that. I can totally get that. Just, you know, even if you just call it an impression, brief impression, just to give us a rough idea, but you can totally do it. You can totally do it justice, Cherie. I know you can. Lizzie says, me too, just to live closer to Tierney Reinfeldt and Fortin Manley. And Fortin Manley are awesome as well, aren't they? Definitely. Right, let's carry on with this haul thing. So, I want to thank my fellow bean sprayers, my lovely bean sprayers, and when I came home yesterday, I came home to several parcels, really, really lovely parcels, and one of which is from a group of my bean spraying friends. I am not going to try and name everyone, because if I forget one person, I'm going to feel horrendous. In the group, we've got John, in the chat right now in the group, we've got Jon Snow, Jackie, Lizzie, Scott, and let's just check who else is here. Tony, yeah, Tony's I think still here. See, now I started trying. I just don't want to not mention anyone. But we've got a group of bead sprayers, and they sent me an amazing. Well, first of all, they sent me the most beautiful bunch of flowers, which I shared a picture of on Instagram. So you go onto my Instagram later on, you'll see the beautiful flowers of like pastel purple, blues, pinks, all my favourite colours. Absolutely the most stunning flowers I've ever been sent in my life. So thank you so much. I've now got them in my fireplace with my empty gin bottles around, and they look beautiful. And they sent me this t-shirt which says Smurfy and I know it. And I'm guessing they chose the green colour. Just confirm, did you choose green? Because I got quite a lot of comments when I wore green a couple of times. Let me know if that was a deliberate thing, but yeah, love it. Jackie says, I feel it's only right to shout out to Lizzie though. Thanks so much for organising the gifts for Claire card flowers. Deserve claps for herding us. Me especially. She says, yes. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for organising that. And that's not even, like, we're not even, oh hello sweetie, we're not even done yet. So I'm just grabbing my bits. It sent me some beans, funnily enough. So that's me flicking the beans. And then not only that, Lizzie, John, Sue and Scott, bless their hearts, and I couldn't believe this, and it's really funny because I actually took the decant of this that Lizzie sent me a little while ago. I took it away with me randomly of everything that I had. I was just grabbing a few bits and I thought, oh, I'll take that because I want to get to know that better, because I enjoyed the decant when I tried it a couple of times, and I hadn't sort of decided how I felt exactly. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. It's Violette in Love by Nicolai. It used to be called Parfums de Nicolai. now it's Nicolai. I haven't opened this yet. I'm actually wearing this though from the decant. I'm wearing this tonight. That's my scent of the night from the decant that Lizzie sent me. And yeah, they sent me this bottle, which I can't get into to show you. They sent me a full bottle of this, which I can't get into, and it's a beautiful. It's violet and raspberry, and I would say they're the most prominent notes for me. When I was testing it, when Lizzie sent me the decant the first time, I felt like I had got a greenery note from it, but I didn't get that when I wore it when I was away. And I wore it and I had a really lovely day when I was away, and I can't get into it. So I'm going to leave it locked up for now because I've still got a little bit left in the decant. So I'm going to wear through that first. But Violette in Love, to me, it's almost a bit like Lipstick Rose that we were just talking about, or I just mentioned, which is the one by Ralph Schweiger, I think it's Schweiger. And it's got this beautiful, it's like a fruity violet. So you've got raspberry and violet. And there's some, obviously there's a tiny bit of citrus, I think, which like freshens it up. And I'm not sure if there's a little spice, a little bit of musk. It's interesting, like it changes on your skin, but it's pretty, it's a little bit fresh, but it's got a little depth from the sweetness. It's really beautiful, and I had such a lovely day when I wore it. And then to come home, and I was thinking to myself, I think I need to buy a bottle of this. And then I come home and they sent it to me. So John, Lizzie, Scott and Sue, thank you so much for sending that to me. I honestly love it and I'm going to treasure it. And I'm sorry that I can't get it out, but I just can't get this plastic sleeve off at the moment. So, and I don't want to like damage it, so we'll leave it in its box for now, but I really, really love it. Thank you so much. And I'll pop that over here. And they also sent, funnily enough, I got more beans. They sent me more beans. I've got so many beans. 36 different flavours of beans for me to suck on. Let me just check your comments. Oh, Brandon's here, says hi Claire. Hi Brandon. Jackie flicking the beans, yeah. And Jackie, oh I really want this one from Nicolai. Lizzie says our little gift because of the help and support you've given us on a personal level, Claire. Thank you so much. It's really, really kind. We all help each other. Like we're all supporting each other, and it's lovely. Jackie, I have so many perfumes to try. You have to cut the paper tab at the top. Okay. Right, okay, oh right, I see. So this here. Do you want me to do it? I've got scissors. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. Let me know. Scott says, yes, Claire, for all that you've done. Well, thank you, Scott. Well, as I said, we all do stuff. We all do stuff for each other. And John says, exactly, Lizzie, who else helped me smuggle illicit Killians over the border? Ah, yes, that might be me. Well, me with the help of my mum and some randoms that my mum knows. Between the three of us, we got John the illicit Killians. Andrea said, I thought we had agreed we all like a tight fit. Yeah. Lizzie says, bean, bean, bean. Hashtag bean flickers, says Jackie. John says, Killian, illicit kissing under the lemon tree in a dark maze. Don't cut it unless you want to. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave it then in its lovely box just for now. And I've got a couple of wearings in that decant you sent me, so I'm going to wear it. Wearing it tonight. Very pretty, very fresh, very lovely. So yeah, absolutely love it. Thank you. Keep hearing a buzz on the audio. Oh, I've just realised. Oh, sorry. I've got a mic plugged in, but I didn't have it up here. Hopefully this will sound better. How's that? Oh, hello, sweetie. Sweetie's here. How's the sound? Is it all right? Sorry that I forgot to plug it in up here. Naughty me. Right. Okay. Let's show you what else I've got. With my lovely gifts came a cute little gift bag, and it says flocking fabulous, which is hilarious, and it's got a flamingo on, and I love flamingos, so that's a very, very cute little bag. And let's show you what else I've got. So I showed you the beans. I already showed you those beans, I think, as well as the other beans. So we've got beans galore, beans galore, and then some sweeties from my bean flickers, my fellow #bean sprayers, Parma violets, which I love, violet flavoured sweeties. So I will definitely be enjoying those. Oh, sweetie. Look, show everyone your face. There she is. Yeah. Do you want to purr? Purr on the microphone. Okay. Right. Let's. Oh, off she. Where are you going, sweetie? Are you gonna stay here? You hear her? Oh yeah. Sorry that I messed up the sound. Oh dear. Okay. At least it's sorted now. And David May is here. Hi, David. I especially delayed this live stream so you could make it to not miss the football, and you turn up late, David. Lisa's here. Happy birthday, lovely lady. Thank you very much. Brian's got to go. Some wizardry business to attend to. Okay, see you later. Thanks for popping in, Brian. Okay. Right, let's see then. What else have we got here? Okay, so I already did an unboxing, so I do kind of count this as a birthday present to myself. I unboxed this one on a live stream. If you didn't see that, then I'll quickly show you it now. I'm not going to dwell on the scent so much. I still need to spend time with it, but this is Yves Saint Laurent's. It's Paris, the collector's edition, and it's called Nuit de Fête. Nuit de Fête, night of the party, I believe that means. It's very, very hard to find. It's been on my search list for 2 or 3 years, and then I managed to find a full bottle on eBay. Not cheap, but not mega expensive, so I went for it. It's not that much different or far removed from the original Paris. I need to spend time with it to figure out the differences, but it's nice to have it when you search for something for so long. It's so nice to finally have it. So I kind of call that a birthday present to myself. Yeah, the bottle's gorgeous, Karine. And then I got sent some lovely things. Yeah, no, we'll go there. Let's do this one. Not a birthday present, just a very generous, kind person. Irma, she has a beautiful Instagram, which I don't know if I can pronounce it. Irma, I think it's like Armoire Perfumes. She posts the most beautiful pictures. We have very, very similar taste in perfume, and she's very kindly sent me some. We've swapped, we sent each other bits and pieces over the past few months, and she wanted me to try a few different things that she's got and she's enjoying. So she sent me a sample of Memo, Sintra, and I have had that on my arm today. and it kind of reminds me of something else. It's definitely a sweet gourmand floral. To me, it was a touch screechy, woodsy element that was a little bit synthetic. It's a very loud fragrance. And on the other arm, she sent me some Atlas Gardens. So I had that over on this arm here. Atlas Garden, which is, what's the brand now? Atlas Gardens. I'm going to respray it. I like this one a lot more. Kind of both Sintra and Atlas Gardens, I think they had similar notes in common. But the Atlas Gardens is just much more my thing. More natural smelling. I'll let that settle for a little minute. It's like it's a white floral with some vanilla, maybe some almond. Very nice. A little bit fresh. And the Sintra, to me, the Memo Sintra was just a little bit obnoxious. It lacked a subtlety. It's not bad at all, and if you like a louder fragrance, you may well like it, but for me it just lacked subtlety, and the Atlas Gardens is much more my thing. I've forgotten the brand though, so I do apologise. It's a high-end designer. I'm not sure if it's Yves, it's an Yves Saint Laurent? Might be Yves Saint Laurent for the Atlas Gardens. And then she also sent me a little bit of Fragrances Blondine, which I've been wanting to try for ages. Fragrances is a company based over in the States, and Blondine is a gourmand tuberose, a caramel and tuberose. And even though I'm not a tuberose fan, the way people have been describing it, I just really wanted to try it. And I had that one right up here, which is gone now, and I'm glad I tried it, but it is not for me. It's not bad, it's very nice. It's just, maybe it's just the fact that it's tuberose. It's just that kind of like sharp blousiness of tuberose. I'm not really sure. I will try it again because I needed a tiny little spray at the top of my arm because I was trying other things. And as I said in my recent video, when you're testing fragrances, it's always best to just concentrate on one thing at a time because you can really miss the nuances and you can overwhelm your nose. So I will definitely retry it. And then finally, the other one she sent me was a sample of Vanille de Tahiti from Paris, Monte Carlo. And I really like that one, which I had up here. It's got, well, no, I sprayed the Bukhara up there now, but really, really beautiful vanilla fragrance that's not sweet and it's not sticky, sickly sweet. It feels very natural and it's kind of balanced with savoury elements. I don't know what they are. Almost salty, but not exactly salty. And I really liked it. The only query I've got is it a little bit linear? I don't think it's completely linear, but it might just be not that nuanced enough to keep me entertained, but it's still absolutely beautiful. And I've got so many vanillas. For me to add another vanilla to my collection, I need it to like sing, dance, pour me a drink, rub my feet, wake me up in the morning with a bacon sandwich. That's what my vanilla fragrances need to do now if they want to join the collection. So it is a beautiful vanilla. If you are looking for a vanilla fragrance, I highly recommend it because it's not that sweet synthetic type vanilla fragrance. It definitely has more, it's more interesting, it's more balanced, and I really like it for a vanilla fragrance. So they were the lovely samples sent to me by Irma. And let's quickly catch up with your comments whilst swigging my drink. Okay. So, Rich says, YSL, such a good house historically. And Tracy says, not much tuberose comes out of Blondine on me. Yeah, it didn't feel too heavy on the tuberose, but there was something about it that wasn't quite for me. I need to revisit, and this is a mistake I made, is wearing 4 fragrances at once. So yeah, I can't. You don't take anything I say right now as anything really. Just you know what it's like when you try too many things, and yeah, nothing actually makes any sense. Tony says I have a sample of that. The vanilla is very nice. Yeah, it's really nice. I think. Absolutely agree with you, Tony. What does Bex think of it? Is Bex a vanilla lover? I know she likes quite sweet fragrances, but does she like them to be really vanilla dominant? Lizzie says, I'm still looking for a rose fragrance to do all those things. Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? A rose fragrance that brings you the bacon sandwich in the morning, rubs your feet. And Lily's here again. Happiest birthday again, Claire. Hi, Lily. Thanks for coming back. Margie's here driving and texting, lol. Happy birthday, Claire. Margie, stop that right now. We do not want any accidents. But thank you. And I was going to say happy birthday back to you because that's just the stupidest thing that some of us will do. Bex loved it too. She loves vanilla. Okay, I thought she probably would. Tracy says it's a bit odd, but I like it. That's the Frassai Blondine. Yeah, I've been curious about it for a good year or two, I think. So to finally get the chance to try it, it's nice to scratch that itch, regardless of whether you fall in love. I think sometimes you just need to scratch the itch, don't you? Olfactive stories. Karine, I wish it would be my man doing that, not my fragrance. I'll take either or. Right, I think I missed a comment further up. There you go. Mitch, I feel bad for not giving you a package. Would you like a couple of mils of vintage Samsara? Thicker than a whale omelette is. Thanks, Rich. Honestly, I've got some vintage Samsara. I've got one in the see-through bottle and an older bottle in the red bottle, and they're not quite the fragrances I wear, but I like them for reference. My mum wears Samsara. It smells amazing on her. To me, it smells it's kind of like soapy. A little bit soapy, but I really enjoy it, but I don't really wear it. But thank you, Richard. Honestly, no need. Jackie, make me breakfast in the morning. I'm shaking my head in agreement at all of this. Yes. John says, Jupe Le Ban, great vanilla. That's what I wanted to get you, Claire. Oh, that fragrance, I think the opening, because you sent me a small decant, John, the opening of Jupe Le Ban, I really enjoyed, and I said to you at the time it smelt niche to me, but the dry down started to get on my nerves once it settled a little bit. I don't know why. There's something in there that I found a little bit grating. Not that it's bad, just not for me. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to have the Violette in love. Okay, right, let's catch up. Lizzie says, speaking of vanilla, I forgot I'm wearing Vanille Fatale tonight. I keep getting lovely wafts. Although I'm cooking vanilla cake, my kitchen is a vanilla bomb. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Right, okay, we're caught up. We got more. Right, so we're going to do stuff that I bought myself. So a lovely lady on a Facebook group was selling a few bits and pieces. One of the things I bought from her is these lovely miniatures, and I think they're vintage because that Dior there, the Pure Poison, has the white lid with the purple neck. So I believe that's the vintage Pure Poison. And then we've got Dior Addict. We've got Dior Addict Eau Fresh, which I don't really know anything about. J'adore, Pure Poison, Dune Eau de Toilette, and Dior Addict 2 Eau de Toilette. So I don't know much about most of these fragrances. I've tried Pure Poison before, not the vintage. I find it clinically clinically clean white floral, like I'm not sure, it's magnolia, is it? One of those really clean, kind of soapy, crisp white scents, like pure to the point of being sterile. But I'd like to try the vintage. So my thing here, my question is, do I open this? Because this is in cellophane, it's probably quite collectible. Do I keep it perfect like it is, or do I open it and test all the miniatures, because they're all interesting to me, although I'm not really likely to wear them because they're all going to be dabbers, so I'd have to decant them to spray them on. So yeah, that's my question to you all. Do I open these up and enjoy them, or save them as a special collector's thing? Let me know what you think. I'd love your input, because I actually do not know what to do. Sorry, itchy face. Andrea says, I've tried the Architects Club for the 3rd time today. There's also a lovely vanilla fragrance with a hint of leather and some herbal notes like Angelica. Yes, Andreas, I remember years ago trying the Architects Club and loving it. It was on my buy list. I just kind of got past it. I never got around to buying it. It's a beautiful suede vanilla. It's gorgeous. Barry says, I don't think she could see my comments. I think I might have, I saw a comment, but I hadn't seen everything, so I kind of like missed stuff. Sorry, I'm just scrolling now to see if I can see it, but no. Barry, just retype or copy and paste if you can. Just having a scroll through. Okay, Lily says keep it in the cellophane for those miniatures. Try them, Claire. You only live once, says John. Jackie says carpe diem. Okay, so I think that means open them, I'm guessing. Lizzie really wants to try the Architects Club as well. It's beautiful. I think if you like Queer Beluga, they're not really that similar, but they're both vanilla suedes that are really good. Tony says keep it and store it, not the cake but the perfumes. Okay, so we've got different opinions on that. I'm gonna have to, I'll tot up the opinions later on, and I'll go with the majority. So from the same lady, I've got a whole ton of samples and decants, because she just did a really great bundle, and there were so many things that I wanted to test properly. Oh, what's this? Oh, I think this is Mongolan actually. Mongolan. Oh, that's Mongolan Intense. So I've already got a bottle of that, so that's fine. We've got Mongolan Intense. We've got a decant of Aube Rubis from Atelier des Ors. I can't tell you all of these. It'll be taking me too long. Chopard's Happy Bigaradia. We've got a Chloe Rosa Damascena. I'm kind of curious about that one. It's a rose fragrance, obviously. We've got some Vol de Nuit from Galan. I don't know if I've properly tried that one. We've also got Louis from Galan. I've got a almost empty bottle of that one. Paris Monte Carlo Rose de Tafe decant here. And Gloria Cacharel. Don't know that one. And Honor, not sure what that is either. So that's part of the bundle. We've got more. Loads of stuff to try. I'm going to do like a speed sniffing session and then just pass on the stuff that is not for me. I've got Nosy Bee, Ylang Nosy Bee from Paris Monte Carlo. That's the Eau de Parfum. I have tried it. In fact, I did have a sample before. I know that I liked it. Oh, dropped it. I know that I liked it, but I do think I passed the sample on and wasn't quite needing to own it. It's a beautiful Ylang Ylang though. I've also got Victor & Rolf Sage Spell, which I know Lizzie has a bottle of. Let's try and get into this bag. We've got Sage Spell there, so I'm curious to try that one. and liquid diamonds. I've heard some good things about that one as well. I've got little decants, smaller decants here. We've got Lancome's Patchouli Aromatique and, oh bloody hell, Music for a While from Frederic Malle. I don't think that's going to be my thing. I think that's one of their more Middle Eastern ones. Fleur De Sheen. Fleur De Sheen. I'm not sure who that's by. It says ICA. Oh, VCA. Is it Van Cleef & Arpels? Fleur De Sheen, maybe? Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Know that one. And Sicily, which I think Sicily's probably going to be the Dolce & Gabbana discontinued, which I do have a small decant of, but it is a beautiful fragrance. Floral, citrus, smooth and creamy. And still from the same lady, she sent me some Coco Mademoiselle. Oh, and some other stuff. So I've got Travel Size, which I've never tried this one, Passiflora, and I might just try that now. I think we can do that one on my skin here. So we're going to go Passiflora there. And while that settles, I'm going to talk you through what else I've got here. Oh, it smells nice in the air. Bottega Profumiera Rose Poudre. I did spray that yesterday. It's very, very powdery, thick, sweet rose. A bit too much. Oh, God, I'm dropping everything. Bit too cloying, really, that one. Marni Rose. And Galland Le Petit Robe Noir Plissé. I don't know if I've heard of that one before. We've got Rose Arabia Tafe, so that's going to be a rose fragrance. We've got Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, always nice to have a reference sample for that. Lancome's Roses Barbaranza, good to have that one because I've tried it in the shops, I've not tried it properly. I thought it was a bit too sweet for me, sort of like a nutty sweet rose. Something called Kyoto, which I'm guessing is an incense fragrance. Comme des Garçons, because there's another Kyoto here. So I'm guessing that's the same thing. Cuir de Nuit from Yves Rocher sample. And it looks like another Coco. Oh no, another Chanel. I think is that Sycamore? No, Coco Mademoiselle. Okay, we've got two samples of Coco Mademoiselle. That Passiflora on my skin is a little bit peachy. It's making me think of air freshener. I do struggle with anything peachy. This smells quite sweet, peachy. Obviously Passiflora must be passion flower. There's a little bit of a backbone of something powdery woody. Mostly it's quite peachy. Not sure how I feel about that. And then there's also these Coco Mademoiselle box samples, Endless Summer, Lucum, which I've tried before, which is the one that smells like Turkish Delight, Patchoulizmi, bound to be patchouli, and Embrunz, and I don't know that one too well, so we've got all of those to try as well. If anyone wants me to try stuff and let you know what I think of it, of everything I mentioned, please shout, leave a comment. Best to leave it as a comment on the video rather than in this live chat, because I might not watch the live chat back. If you comment on the video, then it's there and I'll find it. So if you want me to go into detail on anything, then please do let me know. And right, let's have a quick scroll through your comments. Karine loves Queer Beluga. Margie just smelled Mac Velvet Teddy today. Not good. Definitely not a dupe for Tobacco Veneers. They say it is. I haven't tried it, I don't think. Tony says, what a bag of goodies. Hillary's here. She says, hey y'all. Hi Hillary. Jackie says, I like Sage Spell. My favourite is the cherry liqueur one. Oh, Dancing Roses is that one, I think. I've got a decant that Lizzie sent me. I need to retry that. It dried down on me, Dancing Roses. It got a bit dry, a bit like a vetiver dry kind of scent to me, but I need to retry it. Q Georges says Fleur De Sheen sounds more like a discontinued Tom Ford. That's what I was thinking actually. Andreas, music for a while is lavender and pineapple. Don't worry about it being too oriental. Okay, I will give that a go then, although that doesn't sound like my kind of thing either, if I'm honest with you. But not in a, it doesn't sound scary at least. It's just not my, they're not my notes. They're not my thing. Jackie says Kyoto's from the Con de Garçon incense line. I own a bottle, love it, along with the Italian one. Rich Mitch says music for a while is too pineapple-y for me. Lavender is stolen from Beau de Jour. The caramel's a bit meh. Haven't been shook by Mal for a while. Jackie says, oh yes, Dancing Roses, I like that one. It doesn't last as long as I'd like, but longer than Lost Cherry. Jimbo's here, says, I'm late. Jimbo, better late than never. And that's right, that's us caught up with that. And let's move on to the next. Oh, okay, I've just poured the parcel onto the floor. My lovely friend Sue, you all know Sue Poo, she sent me some beautiful little selection of samples and just grabbing them now. And some makeup samples. She sent me an eyeliner, Studio 1, I think that's Studio 10 actually. Some little samples of some skincare, pomegranate night cream, pomegranate day cream, Wella firming day cream. And so we've got a couple of, or a few samples of skincare, which I will definitely try out there. But I know that you'll rather know about the perfumes. She sent me a little selection of Iris samples. So we've got Hermes Iris Iris Ukiyoe, Ukioe, I think that says. It's a Hermes Iris fragrance with a Japanese last word. And we've also got here Berry Violet. Now this sounds really nice. Berry Violet Rebel. Berry Violet Rebel. So that sounds like a berry and violet concoction, which sounds very fun. We've got Almond Jane Oris Noir. Now I've not even heard of this. There's an Vanille Iris from Almond Jane, which is a lovely vanilla and iris concoction. This one's called Oris Noir, so I'm guessing it's going to be a bit darker. I might try that one now on skin. And then we also have Iris Le Gallion. So I think the brand's called Le Gallion and the fragrance is called Iris. So they are all from the lovely Sue Poo. And yeah, we've got some clean skin. So I'm going to try this Oris Noir now because I'm really curious. I have no clue what this is all about. I've never heard of it in my life. If anyone knows anything about it, is it new? Where have I been to not know about this fragrance? We'll let the alcohol dissipate for a second. And John says, woo, big up Sue Poo. Jimbo says, I love Iris Ukiyoe. Okay, I will give that, I'm obviously going to give them all a go. I will give that a go very soon, Jimbo. See what I think of that. Oh, it's Andrea says, Iris Ukiyoe is the epitome of a fairy fragrance. You're really selling it to me. I really need to, I'm going to try that as well. Hang on, we'll go with the Iris Noir. Karine, I really like the Iris one from Hermes. So the Hermes one is getting a lot of love. So let's just have a little swig. So Iris Noir is not a sweet opening, it's more, it's kind of woody, it's almost like woods and chalk, woods meets chalk. Not specifically dark at the moment. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with everything, to be honest, but it's a little bit mineral. It's nice. It's not lipsticky, it's not like Dior Homme Intense. You can tell it's iris, but it's almost like iris and chalk and the light woods. Maybe a hint of pepper. I think it's a touch peppery. More than a touch peppery, actually. I think there's a black pepper note in here. It's nice. Yeah, Oris Noir, really nice. Should I try the Iris Iki if I've got any skin? I actually don't have much skin. Oh, we're going to go here. We'll go on the bingo wing. So we're going to go left bingo wing for the Iris Ikioyo. If anyone could phonetically explain to me how I pronounce this one, that would be amazeballs. But this is a Hermes one. Oh, yeah, catching that in the air already. Very, very nice. Yes, that's completely different. Ukiyo-e. So Rich Mitch says it's Okiyo-e. Okiyo-e. Hopefully I'm sounding that. Hopefully I'm saying that okay. Let's have a quick catch up on your words. On your comments. Jackie, I'm curious about all of these. Can't say I've tried any of them. No, I hadn't. Like, well done, Sue, for finding all these iris fragrances I've not even heard of, really, most of them. Andreas, Iris Ukiyo-e creates an iridescent purple scent bubble that is constantly on the verge of falling apart if you inhale too deeply. Yeah, I see what you mean about being purple, but it's not particularly violety, not violety purple. A different purple flower and a slightly honeyed element to it. It's not really sweet, but it's just got this, this honeyed floral. Yeah, like a little bit like a honeysuckle, but very light, not thick, not thick and sweet, but very much airy. I look like I'm smelling my armpits, don't I? Yeah, it's got this clean, it does remind me a little bit of air freshener, and that might just be my scent memory thing coming through, which I get when I smell certain florals. Yeah, it's a bit like a little bit like a honeysuckle type scent to me. Andreas, it certainly has this brush stroke quality. Ukiyo-e. Tracy says, I don't know you, but don't pronounce the Y, so ooh. All Hermes fragrances are rather airy to me, says Jim. Christy's here. Hi, Christy. What are we smelling? We are smelling the Hermescence. We've got two iris fragrances that Sue sent me samples of. We've got the Hermescence Ukiyo-e, which is this one, which is purple floral, slightly honeyed and airy. And then we've got, the other one was the Almond Jane Oris Noir, which I have here, which to me is more of a peppery, woodsy, chalky floral. It's got a little more presence now. What am I smelling? I don't know. It's not too irisy. It's very it's kind of creamy floral. It definitely smells like an Almond Jane. It actually reminds me of one of the other Almond Janes. Might be Tolu. I'm not sure. I'm not big familiar with Almond Jane. I find them not really bombastic enough for my taste. They're they're all very like to me a lot of them are your skin but better kind of fragrances, like very soft and subtle, not that they're weak, but they're just like, they don't have any bombastic loud noticeable notes. They're all very well blended, very smooth. This is definitely that, but it has got a punchy, oh, it's a sandalwood, I think. It's got like a punchy, peppery sandalwood element, I think. Very nice. And then the Hermes is completely different, like worlds apart. Really pretty honey floral, almost like honey floral nectar. Like imagine if the flower and you've got like a dewdrop of sugary floral beautifulness. It's a bit like that. It's quite a natural but sweet floral fragrance. Rich says Almond Jane are a rip-off in my opinion. I guess it depends what you like. I think the fragrances are nice. It just nothing's ever grabbed me from them, but I think they're beautifully done. They're just not my kind of thing. Right, so I have more stuff. More stuff. So what I also bought from the same lady, her name's Marta, by the way. The main thing that I got in touch with her to buy, so she sold me all those samples that I told you about earlier, and the miniatures, the vintage miniatures from Dior. But she also sold me a small bottle of Miss Dior Eau de Toilette. I think it's a current formulation, 50 mils. I've kind of been a bit obsessed with Miss Dior based on the bottle, and I saw a little while ago Arlene from Delicious Delights had scored herself an Miss Dior Cherie bottle, and I kind of always fancied doing that myself, and I saw Marta was selling this bottle at a really, really nice price, and I thought I'd get that just to start with out of curiosity, because I couldn't see me getting to the shops and smelling it. And as it happens, I did get to smell it when I was in Bath. I smelt the Eau de Parfum, and as expected, yes, of course, it's quite a generic fragrance. It's a very crowd pleasing. I mean, it's probably one of the best sellers, isn't it, Miss Dior? But I didn't try the Eau de Toilette when I was in Bath. I still enjoyed the Eau de Parfum, and then, but I just want this bottle. Anyway, long story short, I actually quite like it. I'm probably not going to wear it too much because I have such beautiful fragrances. Like, you can't compare something like that to something like that. They're worlds apart. However, this is for me something that I will throw on every now and then for fun, to smell sweet and girly and innocent, and I quite enjoy it. It's probably going to be one of the most generic fragrances in my collection, but look at this beautiful bottle. Like, you got the CD on the lid, you got a little dog toothy stuff going on the bottom, and guess what? I've been searching eBay for a while to get the Cherie version. Someone had one up for sale and it was up for auction, but you could put offers in, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put in a reasonable offer and see if they'll sell it to me. And I have now got a bottle of Miss Dior Cherie, so that's a more vintage. There's quite a few different variations of this, and if you start doing your research, it's a bit of a rabbit hole. There's a lot. There's some really good videos on it on YouTube, but I have now got a vintage bottle of Miss Dior Cherie on its way to me, so I quite fancy doing a comparison video myself on the, I mean, obviously that's Eau de Toilette, not Eau de Parfum, but I might I'll probably do a comparison anyway on the Eau de Toilette versus the Miss Dior Cherie Eau de Parfum. just excited to have that beautiful little bottle. It's just so classy looking, isn't it? Okay, let's do a little catch up. Rich Mitch says, have you got House of Fraser local? Yeah, I can get to a House of Fraser. Not too difficult. It's, do you know what? I'm kind of put off of going out to shops at the moment. I find it depressing. I don't enjoy donning my mask. I don't like all the rules. I don't like, you know, like every shop's got their own little rules. So you have to use the hand gel in this shop, or you know, you have to get quoted the rules as you walk in. I just find it's not, I know it's not hard, but I just find it a bit depressing. It just dampens my experience. So I'm not a fan at the moment of really going shopping. Even restaurants and pubs are so full of rules. I don't like rules. I've never been very good at rules. I mean, I enjoy breaking rules, but you can't break them all the time, can you? Or can you? But yeah, I will. I'll still pop out here and there to smell stuff, but not so much. Not like I would normally. Jackie says she really likes Almond Jane, but they are, just like Claire described, kind of the luxury perfume that is soft, well blended. I like that style once in a while. Lily says Miss Dior Sherry was my first serious fragrance. Oh, lovely. And Tracy says I'm loving Tangier by Almond Jane. Hard to describe, it's blended so well. Ylang Ylang, bergamot, neroli, vanilla. Well, that sounds very nice, Tracy. I haven't heard of that one. Christy says the bottle is very girly girl. Yes, it's so girly girl. And I think that's why I love it. So I am really, honestly, just so excited to have that beautiful bottle with the lovely light pink juice. I just think it's beautiful. JC Russell says happy birthday. Thank you very much, JC Russell. Rich Mitch, ever wonder who designs the bottles? Do they deserve recognition like the perfumers? I think so, to a degree. Obviously, there's bottle lovers out there. There's people that collect fragrances just for the bottles. And I'm sure they have a lot more knowledge and do a lot more research on that. Some companies do talk about that, but not many. Andrea says, valid point, Rich. Some bottles are really little pieces of art. Yeah. I think you find like companies like Gallivant, when they do a, or any new bottle, you generally will find out about the designer. And also, but when they do their ridiculously expensive limited editions, you usually find out about the designer of the bottle there, because you're paying a fortune for that design. Karen says, I loved Miss Dior Le Parfum, but they discontinued it lately. Yeah, I'd quite like to try all the different variations. I have to say, I sprayed that. I woke up, and you know when you wake up and you have to go and get a drink, I went downstairs anyway. I woke up too early, went downstairs, and I walked past this, so I sprayed it on, and I was wearing a dressing gown, and then I forgot about it, and then I think later that day, put the dressing gown on, and the dry down on the clothes, on the fabric was really, really beautiful. I didn't really get that on my skin so much, but on the fabric of the dressing gown, the dry down of that was beautiful. Q Georges says the whole Miss Dior line is such a puzzle with the different versions. It is really, really, really difficult to know what you are getting with that. You're right. Rich Mitch, have you got a Phoenix local to you? The lady at Dior gave me 20% off my Patchouli Imperial for £86. Wow, amazing. I've got a Phoenix. Excuse me, I'm belching here. I've got a Phoenix. I've got two Phoenixes. I've got one down in Canterbury, that's about a 45-minute drive, and one in Tunbridge Wells, which is about an hour's drive. I really enjoy Phoenix, but when I went to the one in Canterbury the other day, choices were very limited. They didn't have many testers out. They hadn't had any stock for a long time. It was disappointment. So yeah, I'm not going to bother. I'm not driving out of my way at the moment for these places. But yeah, 20%, that's awesome. That's cool. If you got something you wanted, brilliant. Jon Snow says he likes Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. What a bottle. I don't think you're serious, John. But some people love those bottles. I'm not one of them. I don't think you are either. Lizzie says, I agree, the bottle design is an important aspect to me too. It's all part of the art and experience. Jon Snow says, I only own Office for Men for that bottle. That bottle is a work of art. Whoever designed that, it should definitely be named and shamed. I mean, they should definitely be credited. Okay, right. I think we're done. So, yes, I think that's all of the things I was going to show you. Just double checking. Yeah, I might have left a couple of things out, but I've gathered everything together as best I can. Feeling like it's time now to end things. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone that got involved in that wonderful video. So Lizzie and John, so Lizzie Rosen-Jones and Jon Snow, Scented Snowdrops, have put together a big collaboration video with everyone saying the most amazing things about me. And it was absolutely, I was crying and laughing all the way through. Again, I can't mention everyone because I'm going to forget loads of people. And it was funny, creative, beautiful. It was so heartwarming. I'm so gutted that I missed the premiere. Lizzie, she said to me a few days ago, I'm going to do a premiere. She didn't tell me what it was about, of course. On Friday night about, I think you just said Friday at 9 Friday at 9. You didn't say AM or PM. I assumed it was PM, but then when I got back to you, I felt like you were just trying to find out if I was going to be about that day, because then you was talking about whether I get deliveries. So in my head, I kind of thought, oh, she's not really doing a premiere, but just keep your eye out for it just in case she is. Because I wasn't sure. There was a bit of I could tell there's a bit of cloak and dagger stuff going on. So I didn't properly place it. I didn't place mark it properly, and unfortunately I missed the premiere. And anyway, it doesn't matter. It's there, and I can watch it. Hopefully, don't remove it ever, and I can watch it back. And I've already watched it back twice. I watched it last night. I watched it twice again today. It's absolutely amazing. Andrea's starting it. Well, Lizzie obviously starting it off, and the bloody aeroplanes, and Andreas with his beautiful song and guitar, and it was just funny and sweet and lovely. And then everyone else with their beautiful messages. And right at the end, you've got Mark from Aussie Fragrance who gets his bum out. I mean, oh, you got Brandon in the bath as well. You know, I obviously appreciate any nakedness. Brandon in the bath. Lola with her like telling me that she said, I hope you don't miss Sweetie because I've kidnapped her. And everyone else, so many of you that are here in the chat that contributed to that video. And honestly, it absolutely topped off. I had really lovely. I'd had a lovely day anyway. I come home to the most beautiful, thoughtful gifts, the most beautiful flowers. And I've never had a better birthday ever. And then that was just absolutely amazing. So thank you to everyone that was involved, especially Lizzie and John for putting it together and herding everyone together. It must have been the effort to get everyone's little collabs done and to put them all together. I honestly, I'm completely blown away. I'm going to cry. So not even joking. So thank you so much, and cheers to you all. Thank you for joining the live, and I will see you all very, very soon. Mwah. Let me press the button here.